Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith. R.L. Allan recently brought back the NIV Proclamation Bible, and it has me asking a very important question. Is this the best premium NIV Bible? Okay, the NIV Proclamation Bible is back. I'm one of the lucky ones who saw R.L. Allan post this on their Facebook page and announce that this Bible was on their website, currently available in one option, a black and blue colorway. If you've watched my channel, you know that that is one of my favorite things in the world, the black Highland goatskin from Allan with the navy blue liners and the navy blue ribbons. As I'm recording this video, these are already sold out. I think I ordered this a couple weeks ago, and they are already out of these, but they did say in that message that there are 4 more options on their way. Black, blue, green, and brown. I think they said November 2024 these Bibles would be available. This is a red under gold art gilding. I think all of those are going to be the antiquarian style speckled page edges version of this Bible. But there might be, somebody I saw said there might be more of these red under gold art gilded versions. I don't know. It's befuddling to me sometimes the way R.L. Allan does things, because they'll just post stuff on their Facebook page and you kind of got to know when to pay attention or check back their website every day. I know a lot of you are doing that. Check back frequently to know when they have new Bibles coming out. And they obviously are not making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these every time they do it, because they sell out pretty fast. But this Bible has a cool story. So if you go back a couple of years ago, I did an NIV R.L. Allan video where I reviewed an older version of the NIV Proclamation. This right here, which is called the NIV R1, the Reader's Reference Edition. And then this is not an NIV, this is an ESV, but there was another Bible like this one about this size called the NIV 1. This is the ESV 1. So you have the small kind of mid-size version of the NIV, and then you have the larger version, the Reader's Reference Edition, which these two Bibles on the inside, if you go back and watch that video, exactly the same pagination, the same everything. And then the Proclamation Bible is the same typesetting, but the pagination is not the same because this has a bunch of bonus content in it. So the story here is this Bible was developed by the Proclamation Trust. It is an organization in the UK that is all about resourcing people who preach the word, who proclaim God's word. And so they developed this Bible. This is actually a version of it from Zondervan. So it was originally published by Hodder and Stoughton. They are the NIV Bible publisher in the United Kingdom. So they developed this Bible. They were making a hardcover edition just like this for Hodder and Stoughton. Later, Zondervan, who publishes the NIV here in the United States, did this version of the Bible. It's actually a different typesetting on the inside, and it's now out of print. I bought this on eBay. I actually love this Bible a lot. So I have this one. I had the original one from R.L. Allan, which first came out back in 2015. So the Proclamation Bible was developed in 2013. Hodder and Stoughton released it, I think, in 2014. And then Allan did a premium version of that Bible from Hodder and Stoughton in 2015. What's really cool about this, if you go back, there was an article, a blog post that was written by Mark Bertrand on Bible Design Blog when he first originally reviewed the NIV Proclamation Bible, where he says that Ian Metcalf, who is now the owner and operator of R.L. Allan, was the person who oversaw the project, the NIV Proclamation Bible project, because he used to work at Hodder and Stoughton. I don't know if he still works there or if he just does R.L. Allan. I'm not really sure. I've only talked to Ian a couple times via email, but this is a Bible that he shepherded, right? And so it's really cool to see an Allan version of a Bible that he obviously cares a lot about. So what this is an NIV full-size reference Bible, but the Proclamation Trust worked with all of these different scholars, and they created articles that are at the front of the Bible that are kind of helpful for preaching and teaching. And then there are book introductions before every book of the Bible, like detailed book introductions. And then there are also some section introductions as well. It is a fully loaded reference Bible. Now, the new ones that they're now releasing here in 2024 are different than the ones they released several years ago. So back in the day, they were basically taking the text blocks from Hodder and Stoughton, and they were taking those pages and just having them bound by one of the binderies they used back then called Chant. This Bible right here, I'm going to do an overhead. I know this is getting long. Stick with me. This right here is the non-proclamation version of that Bible, just the regular reference Bible. So on the inside, it's a text block from Hodder and Stoughton, printed in China. It's really nice, 35 GSM paper. It's really a high quality Bible, but it's printed in China. But then they sent it to this bindery in England called Chant to do the Chant binding. It's kind of a legendary bindery. They don't use Chant anymore. They use Charfleet. These little ones, the NIV ones, the ESV ones, are actually bound at a place called Ludlow. But the new thing about this one, right? So this is Highland goatskin, bound in the UK at a place called Charfleet, but they changed it up on the inside. This time, they had this printed in the UK, and they didn't use the 35 GSM paper there. They used 40 GSM thin opaque paper, and then they slightly tweaked the design so that we have a little bit larger margins and we have a larger typeface. It's a 10-point type inside this Bible on really nice writable paper that you can underline with, 40 GSM, line matched. It is fully loaded. Again, as I'm starting to read this, it's very similar to, by the way, the video I did a couple years ago with those 3 Bibles. I ended up keeping this one. I got rid of the NIV one, and I got rid of the other NIV Proclamation, because this Bible right here, it has become like one of my very go-to NIV Bibles. I should probably do my favorite NIV Bibles video, but I did a lot of preaching at my church last year. My pastor was on sabbatical, so I preached 8 or 9 times at my church, and we used the NIV, and this is the Bible that I preached out of. But you can probably tell it's a lot thinner than this Bible, because this Bible has A, so much extra material in it, and B, it's on 40 GSM paper. So as I was looking at this, I started going, man, is there a more fully loaded, better NIV Bible than this? And I'm not sure that there is. I'm going to come back at the end of the video and kind of give you some more thoughts about that question. But first, I want to do an overhead and really show you everything that this Bible has to offer. As I said, currently not available, but you can check back on their website, and I know that they are planning to have more of these available later this year. And if you are an NIV fan, if you love the idea of having this extra content in it, it's not a study Bible, but it's very helpful, these articles and these book introductions and everything, and just a beautiful edition that's very unique and slightly different on the inside than what they've previously done. It's a really cool version of this Bible. So let's dive in, let's do an overhead, and I'll show you everything that this Bible has to offer. Okay, here we go. Lovely piece of Highland goatskin on there. Look at that grain. Double tooled line around the outside. Tooled ribs on the spine. NIV Proclamation. Holy Bible, NIV Proclamation Edition, and then Allan. This is a very flat spine. I kind of miss the days of the rounded spine by R.L. Allan, but looks really good on the inside. You got a double tooled line, gilt line on the inside. It says Highland goatskin down there. Navy leather liner, navy in sheets. It does say Allan First Edition by Charfleet in the back. And then we've got navy blue ribbons and red under gold art gilding on this. Look at that. Oh, wow. That is absolutely gorgeous. This is a big Bible. It is 6 1/4 inches wide. You can see the edge lined tab there. It's also a Smythe Sewn text block. It's 6 1/4 by 9 1/4, and then right at just a hair under 2 inches thick. So this is a very big Bible. Okay, open this up. Bright white pages in here. Got a few blank kind of cardstocks in here. We've got the presentation page, the family records, title page, NIV Proclamation, and then here is your copyright page. So you see all of the information in there. Hodder and Stoughton, 2013, like I said before. Printed and bound in the UK. The typesetting was done by Mark Thompson at Blue Heron Bookcraft. Contents, right here in the beginning, about the NIV. The editor's preface, so this is the editor of this edition. A list of all of the contributors. I think there's like over 60 different scholars who helped work on this Bible. And then you get into your first article. What is the Bible? So these are the articles at the beginning of the Bible. So a Bible overview. All of this is designed for those who teach and preach, but I find it's actually really helpful for just regular readers of the Bible. The historical reliability of the Bible. Just article after article up here at the front. From text to doctrine, the Bible and theology. from text to life, applying the Old Testament, applying the New Testament. You got some charts and graphs in here. Preaching the Bible from text to sermon. So sermon tips. Look at all of this great material. I mean, this is just page after page at the front of this Bible before we get into the Old Testament. So here's your Old Testament title page. And then we're going to get into a section introduction. So the first 5 books of the Bible, the Torah or the Pentateuch, has an introduction here that's a couple pages. And then you get the book introduction to Genesis. So this is just a 2-page introduction to Genesis and then to the text itself. So this is a 10-point Versa Pro typeface, 2-column text. This is line matched. And it's that 40 GSM thin opaque paper. It has a nice kind of coarse texture to it. My assumption is that this is going to take underlining and highlighting really well. So if you're preaching out of this Bible, you can take notes in it and things like that. You get about 3/4 of an inch of margin space on the sides, about the same on the bottom. It's very big and wide and easy to read. You can see it's laying flat right here in Genesis. And then you open it up to the middle of the Bible and it lays super flat. This Bible is extremely flat, straight out of the box. Cross references in the center, textual footnotes on the bottom of the page. So you get all of the classic reference Bible, center column reference Bible features, but then also, so here's the first page of Isaiah. If I go back, I'm going to get a 2-page Isaiah introduction. So you get a bigger introduction to each book of the Bible, plus all of those notes at the beginning of the Bible. When you get to the New Testament, you're going to come in here. You get an introduction to the Gospels before you get an introduction to Matthew. There's going to be an introduction to the books of prophets and the poetry and things like that, kind of all scattered throughout here. In the New Testament, it's still a black letter text Bible. It looks really nice. I love this typeface. It feels very, very classy. I like this. I like this a lot. It's the NIV 2011. Again, it was printed in the UK. When we get to the back of the Bible, we do get a concordance. The non-Proclamation edition, which I'll show you in a minute, has some like abbreviated book intros. I think they call it the Bible Guide. So table of weights and measures, and then straight into a concordance, which is several hundred pages. And then you get some Bible maps in here, 4 pages, I think it is, of the Hodder Bible maps, full color. It's really just like blue and yellow, but technically that's full color. And then 32 pages of the Allan lined note paper at the back of the Bible as well. And then a few blank pieces of cardstock before you get to the end. Like I said, fully loaded. Okay, comparison time. Look at this. This is the NIV R1 Reader's Edition. You can see it's the same text block, but the pages don't line up because this Bible has all of those book introductions and section introductions and stuff. So just the extra articles and the introductions and stuff, plus the 40 GSM paper. Look how much bigger this Bible is than that. I think it's only about 130 or 140 more pages on the inside, but it's that much bigger. It's wild. It's significantly bigger. Overall, the trim size is pretty much the same. It's got a full yap, and then it's got more stuff in it. This one doesn't have the book introductions, but it does have at the very back of the Bible. You can't get this one anymore. They haven't made this in forever. It does have this little Bible guide, so little 1-paragraph introductions to each book of the Bible. Now, this is the ESV one, but this is what they make the NIV. They still make the NIV one, so it's a mini-me version of this Bible. It does not have the proclamation stuff in it. It just has the standard reference Bible stuff, but it's a smaller version made with that New Zealand goat skin and printed and bound by Ludlow. Sorry, printed in China, I think, but bound by Ludlow. So this is definitely kind of the nicest of them, I think, even though that other one is nice. And then here is the one I showed you. You have to find this on a used bookstore or something, but this is the Zondervan version of that Bible. Exact same content, like you go up here. Here's from text to study. All the same articles at the front. It's just a redesign by Zondervan in a hardcover edition. I found this on eBay a few years ago. So if you want that content, it's available if you can find it. But yeah, so NIV Proclamation from R.L. Allan. So there you have it, the return of the NIV Proclamation from R.L. Allan. That's a cool Bible, isn't it? They did a great job with this. So the question is this the best premium NIV Bible? Well, let's go to premium Bibles. You obviously have, this is just a big stack of boxes, but inside all these boxes are Premier Collection editions from Zondervan. Zondervan is the primary publisher of the NIV in the United States. They've got personal sized Bibles, they've got reference Bibles, wide margin Bibles. Actually, this is not, that's the NASB Grace and Truth Bible, but this one down here is the NIV Grace and Truth Bible. These are all really great, high quality, premium NIV Bibles. But let's be honest, they have not done a ton of new NIV premium Bibles lately. I don't really actually, when you look at sales, even though the NIV is the best-selling translation in the world month over month, year over year, it's not necessarily huge in the premium Bible market. I think that there's more people buying affordable editions of the NIV than super high-end editions. But you do have things like the Schuyler Personal Size Quintel in the NIV. I would argue that this is, if you're looking for a small, portable, premium NIV Bible, this is the best of the best. I have this one right here that was given to me as a gift when I got ordained by a viewer. Thank you again, Rob. But I have a black version that I take with me to church almost every single week. So this is a great small version. They have the larger version of this, which is the NIV Quintel. That's the one that I would compare to the NIV Proclamation, a full-size reference Bible. And I just think that because of the extra features in this Bible, all of those articles, all of those book introductions, and just the overall quality of this, it's Schuyler is great quality. Don't get me wrong. Best of the best, honestly. But this is just a unique version. I love the typesetting of this. I just love everything about this Bible. I think for full size, there's no such thing as, I brought a couple here, Cambridge. You've got a couple small Cambridge Bibles, the Pitt Minion, the Clarion. There's the Cambridge Wide Margin, but they don't make the Cambridge in the Topaz yet. So like, if they are going to make it, I hope they do. I think that when you're looking at premium Bibles, you kind of have to consider them by size. It's hard to compare the PSQ to the NIV Proclamation. I think these are my two favorites that I can think of when it comes to premium NIV Bibles. And for me, if I want to sit down and study the Word and prepare a sermon and stuff like that, this one is absolutely incredible. And I love what R.L. Allan has done this time around to tweak this text block to, I think, improve it and then to offer something new and unique for NIV readers and lovers out there. It's really cool. So I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think about this Bible. If you have any questions, you can drop those in the comments as well. As always, R.L. Allan Bibles are very photogenic, so I'll post some photos on Instagram and Facebook. Please come find me on social media and say hello. I had a fun time doing this. I obviously love Allan Bibles, so they didn't send me this for review. I always pay for my Allan Bibles, but I'm going to give them a shout out anyway. If you ever want to send me a free Bible, I would be honored to review it. But if not, I'll keep purchasing them so that I can share them with my audience, and also because I just love these Bibles. I think they're absolutely fantastic. So shout out to Allan, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.